What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's up, what's up, what's up? How's everybody doing? Back for some more reaction video fun from the Kevin McHale vault. I recently just put out a Kevin McHale video that was about his guest starring on the sitcom Cheers, so you can go check that out if you want to see what that's about or get a drift of nostalgia if you've seen it before. So big shout out to Dutch T again, swinging those recommendations my way and using the video and recommendation comment section of the video as the hub to help me organize these submissions. All right, so she gave us a group of Kevin McHale videos to react to, and we'll build it together, piece it together for a compilation. First one will be McHale Torture Chamber. Next one will be McHale Highlights, then McHale Post Moves, Rambus on McHale's Clothesline, and then Bird 28, 8, 4, and 2, and McHale 24/7, 1 and 2, March 13th, 88 versus Hawks, and a 117-100 victory. All right, with no further ado, baby, let's get into it.
Back-to-back 50-point games for Bernard King. Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win!
We talk about the top power forwards to ever play the game. The same names get mentioned: Duncan, Barkley, Malone, Nowitzki, Garnett, Elvin Hayes. But there's one name that's too often left off the list. The name of a guy who routinely gave some of the greatest to ever lace them up the business. I'm talking about Kevin McHale.
Despite not being the most athletic guy on the court, McHale used his incredibly long arms and deadly post moves to score over defenders.
Kevin McHale was tough, gritty, and unselfish.
He wasn't a guy that brute strength and put brute strength to try to get to a position. He just kind of, with that length, just faced you, walked you down, and then he could get it off the block a couple dribbles and still be able to get himself in position to get a shot that you had a hard time challenging. You don't see anybody in a game like that today.
What is one of the things that a power forward in the NBA does that a lot of people don't realize that's advantageous on the offensive end of the floor?
Well, I think for the power forward position, especially back when I played, it was called power forward for a reason. You were establishing a physical presence. I mean, you were pounding guys, you were hitting guys. If back then a lot of teams would start picking you up at the free throw line, top of the key, so you couldn't get down the post. And you were establishing a lot of physicality down there, and your willingness to battle and bump and hit, set picks, get people open, do a lot of the dirty work. Back then you're rebounding, you're blocking shots. You were asked to do a lot of stuff.
He had every post move in the book: the jump hook, the up and under, the reverse lay-in, the fade away.
Kevin McHale is probably the greatest low-post offensive threat among power forwards.
Kevin McHale was a sensational post-up player.
But I wanted to engage as quickly as I could. I wanted to get as much physicality on him, get the guards, and eventually I wanted to be able to get the ball, over here. I wanted the ball here, so everything was one quick move. I didn't want to get the ball here. I tried to get as deep as I possibly could. So if I could get C-Webb pinned, I would stop right here. And I tell you right now, you had that look on your face like, you better throw me the ball. I'd have that crazy man look, like, and I wanted it right here. Yep. Now I just went to work.
When McHale entered his so-called torture chamber, there was pretty much nothing defenders could do to stop him.
Kevin, with his length, with his footwork, supreme confidence in his ability not only to knock down the 14, 15-footer, one dribble to a spot, one dribble to the rim, up and under. He had all of that game.
In his torture chamber, McHale made easy work of defenders in the block with a wide set of fakes, spins, and post moves.
McHale was simply unstoppable on the block. So much so that in the 1986-87 season, he averaged 26 points a game while shooting 60% from the floor and 80% from the line. You know how many NBA players have averaged 20 or more points, shot 60% from the floor, and 80% from the stripe in the same season? One, Kevin McHale.
The two-time Sixth Man of the Year winner was the best power forward of the 80s and had 2 seasons when he shot 60% or higher from the field.
Think about that. Not LeBron, not Kareem, not Michael, not Duncan, not Wilt. Kevin McHale. McHale played his best ball when it mattered most, in the playoffs. Harry Bird put it best when he said no one can guard Kevin, especially in the playoffs.
And Larry had great confidence in him. I mean, Larry would specifically, when we ran the offense, if you threw it to Larry and it was, Larry come off a pin down on Kevin, he wouldn't come off looking to shoot. That's, Brian, that's an indication that if you got a guy that's in position to score, you throw him the ball. And that's what Larry did with him. So we knew he was capable of scoring.
Simply put, McHale was at his best when the stakes were at their highest.
You've got a guy that you've got your number one player has confidence in, then you got a guy that could play. Larry would throw the ball to Robert because he knew how Robert needed the ball just because all guys need the ball at some point. Kevin, he threw the ball because Kevin usually had a mismatch. With his long arms and the footwork, he had a mismatch somewhere and was able to get off a good shot. And that's what you have to do in the league.
7-time All-Star, 6-time All-Defense, first-team All-NBA in 1987, top 50 player of all time, 18 points, 7 boards for his career, and most importantly, a 3-time champion.
He won Sixth Man of the Year twice, and of course, 3 championships with the Celtics. And he did his fair share of the work in earning those titles. He's 8th all-time in total blocks for the playoffs, 3rd in offensive rating for the playoffs, and 17th in win shares for the playoffs.
The great Charles Barkley was once asked, who was the toughest player he ever had to guard? His answer, Hall of Famer Kevin McHale. I'm telling you, you kids just don't know how good Kevin McHale was.
When McHale entered his so-called torture chamber, there was pretty much nothing defenders could do to stop him.
Welcome to the torture chamber. 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 Welcome to the torture chamber.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going up. It's about maybe 5 seconds to go in the game. I go up to shoot. McHale goes, all right, that is your last shot of the season. I hope you make it.
Actually, my personal nemesis is Kevin McHale because he's the best player I ever played against. You could not stop him. I've always said that you could not stop that guy.
And Kevin McHale, it got to the point where they were calling him a man of 1,000 moves. Could not guard him one-on-one on the box because he had such great footwork and he did a great job of feeling the contact. And once he felt you were done. If the double team didn't come right away, forget about it. He had too much stuff on the box.
And on the other end, I had to use every ounce of energy I did to score on him.
That lost art, right? Like, you need a guy, especially from Larry's position. Think of how valuable that was.
Many miles we walk, the many things we learn, the building of a shrine, only just to burn. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. your hand. May the cards lay out astray, all from your command. That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
So, I do believe Kevin McHale is one of the greatest post players ever that I've ever seen. I put him right behind Hakeem Olajuwon, but at the power forward position, definitely he has a case for the greatest power forward of all time, as far as footwork goes. Post moves, footwork, things like that. He's incredible, as you just seen. Has a variety of moves, left to right, keeps his pivot foot down, swings through with the arms, gets players off their feet, defenders off their feet. Like Chris Broussard pretty much said it all, and that's all very accurate, and the proof is in the pudding. Kevin McHale is also one of the most graceful bigs I have ever seen, power forwards I've ever seen. He has an amazing soft touch around the basket, both hands. And his jumper and his fadeaway jumper is so pure, so soft. It's angelic in some ways, but yeah, Kevin McHale is very, very, very underrated, and I'm glad Charles Barkley said that, man, because I had never heard Chuck say that. Maybe I did and I forgot, but definitely I can see. McHale was a nightmare for a lot of people to guard, especially one-on-one. But you've seen a lot of those videos, man. He was ducking one defender to run into one or two more and still getting a shot off, man. And he was excellent on the glass, like putting the ball off the glass at the angles. Fantastic player. All right. Next one.
On the break, 3-on-2. Kevin got it.
Lambier fearful of fouling, as they really don't have competent backup help in that department, the center department.
DJ looking inside. Parrish trying to answer. McHale's got to no, yes.
That soft touch, baby.
Kevin was really clear on the weak side there with the rebound. There's another outside jumper. In and out. McHale right spot. 2. The guards for the Pistons. Kevin still got the hot hand.
Fading out of bounds.
Lambier had switched over to him, the bigger player, and he still scored.
Celtics are going to stay with what got him here.
Ooh. Phenomenal step through. Look at the post move, man. The patience on that double team. Again, beautifully done. Avoids double team baseline reverse. Oh, wow. That was a tough shot. Shit. Body going one way, extends his arm for a scoop shot. That's crazy. Absolute beast. Gets him every time. Come on, Kev. McHale actually looks like my manager at work. Or my manager at work looks like Kevin McHale. They're probably around the same age. Dude, his fadeaway is so beautiful. I love it. Goes right into his move quickly. Gotta love that decisiveness. No time wasted. Tough bucket. All right, next video. His go-to move. Kevin used the threat of his jump hook.
McHale wants to go inside on Fields. Does. Danny in Kevin, the runner. Goes!
McHale posting up Peterson. Welcome to the club, Jim, and McHale scores on.
Again, Ainge looking inside. Kevin's got the ball. And two.
He just moved himself into the paint there.
5 minutes going by in the period. McHale, just impossible to stop that.
And that's playing Boston 3 times in the final 15 days. With that long arm.
Who's 4 for 4 from the field, and 8 points for Isaiah Thomas, 16 of the 24. Nobody.
Backcourt. McHale rolls in the hook shot. That's the matchup the Celtics like right there, and they get 2 out of it.
As soon as they see Aguirre
going to the bench quickly here.
Hey man, that's when you practice, you practice, you practice, you practice. You know your move. He could run that same play that we keep seeing on the box there in his sleep with his eyes closed.
Pops out right side, looks and finds McHale. Kevin wants it.
It's all muscle memory, baby.
Perkins freed up to Green, can't handle McHale, and Michael Thompson is in there in a hurry.
Routine work, man. That's practice. That's repetition right there. That's what that is. Bread and butter. You've watched him do it on film 101 times. You still can't stop it.
McHale, yep.
Fade away.
Again, Boston goes right to McHale for 2.
Jay Vincent was rightly slowing it down with this unit in there. McHale, fall away, beauty by Kevin McHale.
We'll see
What
if he
a
gets
beauty.
butterfly. Gamble barely with any NBA time.
Inside McHale, quick turnaround. Kevin goes.
6 of 9 in the first half. McHale going to work against Ken Benson hits. McHale has been hot.
McHale, little room, hits it. Big shot.
Their biggest lead with 4 minutes remaining. McHale, red hot, 6 for 7. Just not on the mark. McHale, baseline turnaround.
The rebound. Finds Pistons. McHale with a fadeaway. Nobody can block that, can they?
McHale, the turnaround over Sally, the foul. Good look to find McHale on the bounce pass.
Oh, look at the patience, man. I can talk about traffic. They had him sandwiched. And he put the ball on the floor.
Defensive posture isn't too good.
Oh, that was slick. That was slick. I even thought he was going to step more into the paint.
Combination to find some offense. McHale fall away. Perfect.
McHale, who's checked in for Boston, the fall away. Perfect.
Oh, that beautiful up and under.
At 38 if they convert here. Inside McHale. Kevin wants it. Good fake. Got to.
Friday night at home, they were beaten by the Los Angeles Lakers. What a move by McHale.
Triple team gives it to McHale. Goes inside on Ewing. Good fake inside by Kevin.
Knowing how to use your pivot foot, you'd be surprised of the amount of space you can cover getting to the basket. Knowing how to use that pivot, knowing how to work that post, baby.
God isn't their problem. They obviously need consistent inside help, as we told you.
And one. I think that was Barkley right there, too.
High post to McHale. He'll wheel inside and hit it off the window and draw the foul.
Inside Kevin. Spins. Nice move. Got the layup.
He was worried about the offensive rebounding potential of the Celtics. They got to control the defensive boards to be able to get the run.
McHale with about 3 moves.
16 on the shot clock. 22 in the period. McHale breaks that rally.
Strength against strength. The Milwaukee tapping defense going against the passing game.
Look at that by McHale.
You just played bad defense.
73-68.
McHale.
Parrish on the bench. This pace is too much for the Celtics. McHale lays it in.
Front line, he's got to look to score. He just can't look to play defense.
What a move by McHale.
They don't lose very much. Nice step through. Pretty wiggle move by McHale. Great fake.
Deep right wing against Dumars. Low right, McHale came out for
What the hell? I didn't even get that shot up.
over his head and hit it.
They want to try and get Sampson into bigger foul trouble. McHale.
That's that one I was talking about earlier.
We near the 2-minute period. McHale in heavy traffic. Great shot and a foul.
Don't let him spin on you. You're dead when he does that.
McHale against Peterson inside and a good on the side. McHale against Willis and a foul. Rivers trying to help out. I think will be whistled for
They pick you back to the middle like that. Something's going to happen good on the weak side.
McHale goes in against the horn. They're going to Kevin McHale.
Pinckney again, fronting McHale. There's the pass.
Perfect lob.
Oh, that was a nice scoop.
Guys using some quick feet to make it difficult.
Kevin.
Oh, he just moved that fool. That was good footwork. Ooh. Off spinning on his pivot in one motion, scoops it up. That was clean. I didn't expect him to release it there.
McHale wants it inside. Spins away.
Poise on the double.
4 fouls on Keurig. And McHale goes in on him for the layup.
So far, Bill, very difficult. It's been stages where you feel the Celtics have control, and then it's the Pistons. McHale that time.
They're looking to go to Kevin. Inside on Brewer.
Nice little baby hook.
Let's go back to our fierce rivalry, the Boston Celtics back in the day. And we all know how much we hated them and they hated us. And, you know, when you look at the 30-30 and you know that, you know, Danny Ainge and Larry Bird told Kevin McHale he got to get more physical and tough. And then you come down on the right side, you know, you get a pass, you're going up for a layup, and Kevin McHale basically takes you out. I know you, I know you, and I know all the other guys knew when you got up, you know, it was going to be, I'm going to kill you type thing. And Clever, you know, kind of pushed you out the way. I mean, I know what was on your mind, but tell us all, when he clotheslined you like that, what was on your mind?
Well, first of all, it was survival. I mean, because the last thing I kind of saw
was your feet in the air.
It was my foot. It looked like it almost hit the rim.
Yeah.
So I'm coming down, and I hit the ground, and I'm thinking I'm going to land on my head or my neck or something and really get hurt. So there was a little bit of fear. I mean, these are all split-second thoughts that are going on my head, but the way I landed, I probably couldn't have landed more perfect to avoid an injury.
Right. A major injury.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't get the wind knocked out of me.
Right.
I didn't have, you know, there was nothing sore. So I got up and I saw Kevin McHale, and the scrum was kind of happening over at the Celtic bench. And I'm just going to go run and jump and throw a fist as hard as I can. Just wring his neck out there, you know, do whatever I could to get back at him. Because that's just, it's not a basketball play.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I, you know, and in hindsight over years and everything that have gone by, I really don't think that Kevin had any intention to do that. That's just not who he is as a person or anything. But when I got up, I'm looking at him. I'm not looking at James in front of me.
Right.
But he senses me starting to run by him, and he kind of, you know, feels a body and then just shoves me, and I end up tripping over some photographers, and then by then, I'm so freaking tired.
Can't get back up and go get him anyway, huh?
Well, Larry Bird ended up coming over and helping me up. And it's like all this scrum is happening and people are pushing and shoving, and Larry and I are just going, screw it. You know, just walk over here. The funny thing about that whole episode was that, you know, I just go to the free throw line and shoot my 2 free throws. And the game goes on.
Right. Game goes on.
No replay, no ejections, no fines, no nothing. You just go back and play.
Yeah.
This was to be the year the Atlanta Hawks fulfilled their vast potential. And while Dominique Wilkins has lived up to all expectations, the Hawks as a team have not. They have been plagued by inconsistency, a trend they must reverse as the playoff stretch unfolds. It's no surprise that the Boston Celtics are the team everyone in the East is chasing. They have maintained the best record in the conference despite bumps and bruises and an occasional scare like this one. However, no disguise can hide the identity of the Celtics' inspirational leader. Today, an Eastern Conference matchup of 2 teams who may eventually collide in the playoffs as the Hawks try to get untracked in Boston. That got a rise out of the crowd. Larry Bird in the corner for 3, and that's how we start this one.
Well, if he hits another one, I think Casey Jones will make
season series against the Celtics. Kevin McHale had 17 rebounds against Indiana. The
division against the Celtics.
On the parquet. McHale, what a move inside.
Kevin Willis is going to need some help defensively on the low post.
If he's cold, he won't shoot it at all. Ainge.
Oh, good pass.
Great feed from Danny Ainge, who made it happen.
Hell of a pass.
They made that extra pass at the offensive end.
In quarter, the lead is 5 for the Celtics. They quickly doubled Bird, and what a shot.
Ooh.
Could you imagine the Hawks played it perfectly, and Larry Bird scooped it in nonetheless. Will go to the line and shoot.
Here's Bird weaving in there with great body control and going with that left hand. Just steps through the double team.
Great play. Then when we bring in Spud Webb, they'll even have more speed. Bird. Banks it in.
That quick.
Points
That quick pump fake is deadly.
Wilkins, a loose ball foul called against the Celtics.
Now, when you play defensively against Bird, you've got to keep your feet. That time, Dominique committed himself.
Paxson guarded by Whitman. Webb is on Ainge. Bird working one-on-one against Dominique.
Step back.
Bird, and the basket counts, and there is a foul as well.
Step back.
On McHale.
Now, Dominique Wilkins has quite a responsibility for this ball club. He's got to
defense. Ainge. Rebound Dominique with 50 seconds to go.
Look at them hands by Bird. Look at them hands by Bird. That's what I keep saying, bro. He does this all the time.
Another problem was that Webb did not make himself available to Dominique Wilkins as an outlet. Bird steps right in the passing lane. Three-point shot. He has excellent range.
Roberts setting a screen on a pick and roll, goes in and well executed by Fred Roberts, who started the first 12 games this year from has the shot blocked by Antoine Carr. Fine play by Carr, and here's Spud Webb motoring. The basket counts.
Damn, Spud, I see you. Dude, that dude is, you can't even see him, bro. Mouse in the house. Speedy as hell.
We see Spud finishing it off.
This is what made it possible at the other end. It wasn't long ago that Larry Bird revealed that he has a hero that comes to mind before every game he plays here at Boston Garden.
I know who that is.
You know, a lot of people always ask me, why are you the only one who always looks at the flag when the national anthem's playing? I don't really look
he's
at
looking
the
at the jersey.
Bobby Orr's number because
the
I've
number.
never seen Bobby Orr play hockey, but just being around him gives me a tingling feeling for some reason, and that sort of gets me fired up. And I don't know why, but it does. You know, and that started back when I was a rookie. You know, you get there and you're looking up there and you see this number, and all of a sudden you get fired up. I never could understand it, but that's me.
Well, really something how that fires him up, and what a great role model Orr was as a hockey player, and how many knee injuries did that guy have and still be able to come back and compete?
And in reality, he's looking at number 4 at black and gold. Speaking of a hero, Larry Bird now with 13 points. He's the game-high scorer.
Basket and ended up even picking up a foul.
Hastings picked up the foul, his first. Bird. Bullseye.
Automatic, baby.
He has 15 points. Hastings is on Bird. Roberts moves away from the screen, and Bird hits another shot. Tell you what, the Atlanta Hawks may have the 3rd best record in the Eastern Conference, but they may be hard-pressed to even come close to the Eastern Conference Finals of Celtics after one period. Now the regulars are back in there. Akers and 4 starters, and Bird hits again. He is red hot, 19 points, and he has hit his left. 7 on the shot clock. Bird fakes Rivers on the 3 and finds James with a left-handed shot inside. That's when you move with it.
They got to give some help. Bird is just too hot.
He's going one-on-one against Livingston and burns him again. 21 points for Larry Bird, who has scored 30 points.
Mike Fratello wishes.
McHale, foul, basket count. Kevin McHale with 12 points. And Kevin Willis with this foul.
Yeah, when you allow Kevin McHale to get the ball on the box with no double team, you got your hands full.
Go to work, baby.
Something going, but you see no emotion on this team. You don't see anybody raising a fist or clapping their hands. They're just out there playing.
Hey, lost your man. Good pass.
Got away from his starts.
DJ and Bird.
Bird goes in, has the shot blocked by Rollins, and McHale gets the basket and a foul, and so the miseries continue for the Atlanta Hawks. Team. Ainge working against Whitman, baseline with 10, and finds a wide-open Kevin McHale. Why was he so wide open in the lane?
Well, he came over. There was some help. This team has got to get out and run, and they're going to have to create some turnovers or limit the Celtics to one shot.
Harris gets through.
Good play, man.
Larry Bird made it happen.
Larry curling around the screen. That was a good pass, too. It looked better in slow motion.
Celtics capped by Parrish's hoop. This is Whitman.
He's the guy they depend on to hit the open jumper.
Good bounce pass. Oh, good touch pass.
McHale and a foul. Bounce pass to Bird, who touched it back to Kevin McHale and gets a rise out of the crowd.
Just knew where McHale was at all times. It is so fresh of injuries, and now they're healthy. And they're the last team to beat the Celtics on the road.
Bird. Simple play, 25 for Larry Bird. Little fake, here you see it, now you don't. McHale, follow-up, 2 points. You know, the Hawks are not moving around, 11 out of 17, but I think they needed a good effort today to keep it going. McHale from Ames. Not so much a victory. It's hard to say you got to come in on the road in Boston and win.
And that's the important thing that Mike Fratello wants to see at this point in the game.
Bird with a fake pass.
And he faked me out on that pass.
27 for Larry Bird, one of the year. Maintaining their leadership in the
Oh, good move.
Spin move by McHale, one way to the other. He went baseline that time.
Yeah, Kevin McHale is a monster. Hands down, one of the greatest power forwards to ever play the game. Hands down, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Definitely, like when it comes to footwork at his position, hard pressed to find somebody better. And then just across all the positions in NBA history, he's definitely top 5 post moves, footwork, things of that nature. Very underrated, man. It's so sad when, you know, you hear people talk about, you know, some of these players, and it's like, how is Kevin McHale's name like never brought up? It's disheartening, not just for McHale, but you know the other greats that you know people kind of tend to forget about or don't want to talk about, whatever the case may be. But it's also a joy to watch him and Larry. Well, it's a joy watching Larry connect with anybody. It's just beautiful basketball. Just the Boston Celtics, man. Ainge was out there making the passes. Bird was too. But everybody just gets in on the action, man. It's a beautiful brand of basketball that they played in the 80s. No question about it. And then to touch on the Kurt Rambis thing, one of the most infamous, you know, short video clips in NBA history is that Rambis-McHale altercation. Whenever somebody wants to drum up a highlight reel showing the physicality and, you know, what the NBA used to be, that's always one of them on the highlight reel. But like Rambis said, no reviews, no technicals, shoot the free throws, carry on, young man, carry on. Dutch T, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for putting this together for us, and I'll go ahead and start the editing and get it up on YouTube sooner or later here. Y'all, let me know what you think about it. Where do you have Kevin McHale all-time power forwards? I would love to hear your opinion. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.